Welcome back to our third and final round of Schmidt Happens. Considering that last video, we don't think Emry will be dancing with the stars during his retirement. But we do suspect he'll be playing a lot of golf. That may put some of the country club members in jeopardy. Jeopardy! Let's begin with golf terms for 10. Emry enjoyed this late-night talk show host when he used to stay up past his bedtime.
What is Jack Par?
Great one, Doug. Golf terms for 20. This might compel Emry to choose a donut over a bagel.
What is a hole-in-one?
Very nice, Sharon. Golf terms for 30. Definitely not Emry's beverage of choice on a golf outing.
What is tea?
Thanks, Kim. Golf terms for 40. This is what Emry plans to do after leaving Brazeway.
What is putter?
Thanks, Terry. Golf terms for 50. What Emry and his friends need desperately after a visit to the 19th hole.
What's a driver?
Great, John. And to finish up the category, golf terms for 60. This is one task Chris refuses to perform for Emry out on the golf course.
What is ball washer?
I'm sorry, we were looking for caddy. Moving on. Contestants, you flew through that category. Speaking of which, what is Emry's key to a smooth flight?
Emry and I were traveling to Brazil, which I think is about an 11.5-hour flight. And about 35-40 minutes into the flight, the captain comes on and warns us that it's going to be an unusually turbulent flight throughout. He went, boom, and called the flight attendant, asked for a double sky, and reached into his briefcase and pulled out a couple of Tylenol PM. And I said, you know, are you supposed to be mixing Tylenol PM and Sky? And he goes, yep, do it all the time. At turbulent flights. I said, fine. So within 10 minutes, he's snoring away. Emry slept at least 7.5 or 8 hours straight through this flight. And the guy next to me says, what's his secret? How does he do that? And I said, Sky Vodka and Tylenol PM.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we've heard a lot about how Emry is when he's traveling, but how about when he's in Adrian?
Emry's been very much involved in the community from the time that he moved here, and I have really appreciated working with him on a lot of different community efforts, like the school board, and also being on the bank board with Emry. He does a lot of things that really think about adding value to the world that he lives in as he lives here in Adrian, Michigan.
Thank you, Al. It's no secret Emry's had an impact at Brazeway. Anyone care to buzz in?
Well, I think one of the big impacts he had was when we put our team-directed workforce together. And it really served as the base for all the other things that evolved from that, for the Six Sigma and the Lean Sigma and all the various things that are now part of Brazeway that, you know, Emry, you could say, has left that legacy, that the things that we're doing today were all part of the things that he helped us form.
Dave?
Emry was the key driver behind Press 8, and it was very interesting because we didn't have enough business at the time to fill that press. So I remember one day we were out there looking at this humongous hole in the plant floor, and in one particular time he was feeling good about the business coming in, so he kind of referred to it as a swimming pool. But in the days leading up to that press coming in, some days he talked about, instead of swimming in there, he talked about drowning in it.
Stephanie?
Emry has had a lot of significant impacts at Brazeway, and I think most notable will be Emry's ability to really focus on hiring the best people. Emry has always had a skill set for bringing in very talented, creative people who fit our culture beautifully in a way that I don't think anybody else has really been able to mimic at Brazeway. We will miss Emry for that.
Probably want something reasonably serious on that, and Emry's been here for an awful long while. How many years has it been?
It's been 30 years, Steve.
With 30 years at Brazeway, he's had a major impact in our growth, watching us grow from probably at the point he came, we're somewhere around $10 million to our current $160 million. And he shares a great portion of that.
Now that those 30 years are coming to an end, how is Emry going to keep busy during retirement?
Nobody else? Nothing different than what he's doing now. He sits around, emails, sends jokes, looks out the window, and bothers Chris. What's going to change?
Dreaming big, coming up with big ideas. Emry doesn't have a small idea, and I think he's going to be sharing his big ideas throughout retirement.
I think Emry's going to take care of his cat, Crybaby, because I know he just loves that cat so much and he's really wanting to spend more time with it.
He'll teach some. He'll play a little golf.
And he'll bug Chris.
And he will bug Chris.
Next category. What will Emry miss most about Brazeway?
No question about it, he's going to miss the people.
I think Emry will miss the ability to be able to impact the business and to be able to change people's lives. I think he's going to miss that mentoring and that leadership role, and we're going to miss him for it.
Now let's reverse that. What will Brazeway miss most about Emry?
We're going to miss his honesty and common sense response to difficult issues.
I think Brazeway is going to miss his sense of humor. I think Emry's very much a communicator with people and has been a great communicator throughout Brazeway, and a lot of that's done with humor.
His laugh. His witty remarks. His fun expressions. His well-wishing to people that might be leaving the company when they retire. His encouragement. Lots of good memories with Emry. He's a good guy.
Last question, everybody plays. Name someone who is a great dad, leader, golfer, husband, brother, uncle, joke teller, world traveler, and Brazeway legend.
Emorty Schmidt!
Schmidt.
My dad. I'd have to say Emry.
I'd have to say that would be Emry.
Schmidt.
That would have to be Emry.
I'd have to say that's Emry. That would be my brother Emry.
That would have to be Emry.
Emorty Schmidt.
That would have to be Emry.
You're all correct. And everyone's a winner tonight for having lived with, played with, or worked with Emry. Thanks for playing Schmidt Happens. Now no one can leave here tonight saying they don't know Schmidt.